go, baby. Let's go. We're doing 3 flags now. 3 flags. The Lakers are officially back, baby. We back. And you know what? I said, if the Lakers beat the Houston Rockets, that is going to tell me where we're at. We beat the Denver Nuggets. We beat the Rockets. We beat everybody who I've required for the Lakers to prove to me personally that we are officially back in a contender. Yes, I'm going to say it right now. The Lakers are a contender, baby. We are a contender. We have now won 6 games in a row. We have now beat the Nuggets, the Knicks. We have beat everybody, man. In the West, the Rockets. Who else? The only team we haven't beat yet is the Thunder. We beat the Thunder, and it'll be over. But let's go, Lakers. We are so back, and it feels good. It feels good to have your expectations high again. Hit that like button, man. We get to 250. We turning up the phone lines. But it feels just amazing. As a Laker fan, you know what? I'm not going to lie to you. I thought we were done after All-Star break. We came out here and dropped 3 straight games in a row, including to the Phoenix Bombs when they had nobody. But guess what? Guess what, man? They figured it out. Everybody's buying into the role. Defensively, we held the Rockets to under 100 points. We held them to 92 points in their house, ladies and gentlemen. If that's not championship level basketball, I don't know what is. And we needed it. You know why? Because our offense wasn't really flowing to the end. In the end, we finally broke the seal, and we were able to finally get to our spot and do what we had to do. But 100 to 92 as the Lakers improve in the Western Conference, now solidifying ourselves as a contender. All right, in the standings, we're good, man. We beat 2 of the teams that were on our heels to create a little bit of separation. All right, we're currently 43 and 25. 43 and 25. All right, that's 2 games better than the Rockets, than the Nuggets, and the Timberwolves. All right, let me go ahead and share that. It's great to be here. We're 18 games over 500. The Lakers are here. The Lakers have arrived finally, man. They're beating teams who everybody said we were not going to beat. They're beating teams that everybody thought, including Charles Barkley, thought we were not going to beat. And we found a way to do it, man. And it was beautiful and by committee. But the Lakers deserve their position as the 3rd best place in the NBA right now in the Western Conference, all right? 43 and 25 is nothing to scoff over. That is really good because we've gone against tough competition, and we have beat everybody along the way to get to where we're at. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels real good. Let's see, my boy said, ugly game. I take the W. Aiden showed up in the end. To your point, thanks for super chat, brother. Appreciate it. To your point, DeAndre Ayton talked a lot of mess, all right? He had some very clutch plays defensively and especially offensively at the end. His numbers won't tell the whole story. He only had 7 points, but he did have 11 rebounds. He had a steal and a block, and he was plus 11 on the plus minus. Let's compare his numbers really quick to Clint Capella. Clint Capella, 9 points, 8 rebounds, and a steal, right? So, but he was a -2 on the plus minus. So that's the biggest difference right there, man. So, again, credit where credit is due. You know, he put his money where his mouth was, and he came up with clutch plays, even though he was struggling most of that game. I was thinking the first half, show me something. Show me something, because right now it's looking like Clinton is better. Well, he showed me something, man. I believe again in this Laker team. I believe, man. I didn't think they were going to have the fight. Something has changed with this Laker team over the last 6 games or so. Something major. Man, listen, we came out first quarter 29 to 28. We set the tone early on. Second quarter, we dropped an egg. We laid an egg. Second quarters, we got to figure them out because last year was third quarters. This year's second quarters. 22 to 29. Third quarter is when we took off and we gained momentum back. 32 to 23. And then in the fourth quarter, 17 to 12. We held the Rockets to 12 points. That is championship level defense. Now, part of that, they were missing shots. But the other part was our defense, man. You got to love that. You absolutely got to love it. And Laker haters mad. They're calling us prisoners of the moment. It's 6 in a row, dummy. It's 6 in a row, Elijah. What are you talking about? That's not a moment. That's a big enough sample size. And not to mention, we've beat the Nuggets. We've beat the Knicks. We've beat the Timberwolves. And now we beat the Rockets. How is that prisoners of the moment? I think some people are just mad. We actually look good, man. We look good right now. People are mad about it. Cattle Guy says, I know people are going to glaze the Lakers for this, but it looked like a battle of the mid-tier teams. Offense, defense, or both teams look suspect. Good win, though. Well, to offset what you just said right there, man, let me offset that by saying not every game is going to look nice. This is how some of the playoff games are going to look ugly. Teams are going to miss. Pressure's going to be on. Fouls are going to be missed. And we have to play through it. And the Lakers played through it. Credit to the Houston Rockets because they got really aggressive with my Lakers today. Really aggressive. To the point where they were getting away with some murder. right? But they figured out a way, man, and that's the key. We held the Rockets to 92 points. 92. Okay, 92 points overall, man. Look, we shot horrible. We shot abysmal from beyond the arc. All right, we ended up shooting 8 for 34. That's 24%. But at the same time, we held the Rockets to 19%. We're talking about a top 4 team in the West. Free throws. All right, we made 82% of those. That's always where I want us to be, over 80%. Good job, Lakers. You don't win a game like this without hitting your free throws. Okay, rebounds. We got our rebounding. We got to work on that. Young, scrappy teams like these are going to try to wear you out. We got our rebound at 44 to 32. That's 12. Right? We gave up 15 offensive rebounds and 29 to 20 on the defensive rebounds. Assist. Guys weren't making shots today. That's just a fact. We barely got to 100. But luckily, we held them to 92. Only 17 assists. They had 21. Okay. Turnovers. Turnovers, guys. We only had 12. They had 24. That's where you win ball games. We talked about this pregame. They had 24. We only had 12. This team is getting better, man. And the scrappy players are doing the thing. Again, Luka had a very quiet 36. It wasn't, he went off in spurts, but it was a very quiet 36. It was 14 for 27, not bad, pretty efficient. Now, I wish he didn't settle so much for threes. He was 4 for 12. Imagine if he was taking it to the rim more, he probably would have had about 40, right? But he did have 6 rebounds, 4 assists, did have 4 turnovers, got to cut down on those, but he was the only one that had more than one in the starting lineup. So credit to the rest of the team. Austin shot horrible, 5 for 18. 5 for 18, 0 for 8 from 3, but he did have 5 free throws. He had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, only 1 turnover, 4 steals and a block, and was plus 11 on the plus minus, tied for second best with DeAndre Ayton. LeBron, Mr. Efficiency, since he accepted third, he's taken the third most shots on this team. He's the third on the roll. Like, he only took 13 shots. Meanwhile, Austin took 18, but he was more efficient tonight. 18 points. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, only 1 turnover, 2 steals, plus 13. That is how you lead without taking so many damn shots. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. And he's doing it. And he's doing it big time, man. He's not complaining. He's doing something that I didn't think he was capable of doing, even though I know IQ-wise he was, but ego-wise, I didn't think he would do it. He's done it. He's done what Carmelo couldn't as a primary option. He's done what Iverson couldn't as a primary option. He's doing it, which is only going to add to his GOAT debate if he could do it continuously. Crazy said Ayton has been our closer the last 2 games and ain't done a damn thing the last 2 games at the same time. You're hilarious, sis. You know what? I'll take it. He was clutch at the end, clutch buckets. I love the way he looked at the end. He proved the point. He is better than Clint Capella, barely, not by a lot, if I'm being honest. But if Ayton had a motor, guys, if he had a motor, he would be so much more tremendous because he's a good player. The problem is he lacks in the motor department. That's the problem. But yeah, James, we held KD scoreless in the second half. Good on the Lakers. Part of that is him missing. But the other part, oh, man. Thank you so much, Crazy. Appreciate y'all, man, for the super chats. He said, I'm from here, homie. Where are you from? He said, hashtag look at it closely. Bro, this is beautiful. Hey, LA, listen, let me tell you something, man. LA Mamba, bro, we cooking, man. We cook it. 6 wins in a row, bro. We have arrived. I told you guys, this was my minimum standard. I said, let's go on a 6 or 7 game win streak and let's beat the Nuggets and Rockets, and I will give them that. If they did that, I said, I am back fully on board. I get my hopes all the way up again, all right? Only to get disappointed, hopefully not. But I'm going to do it because this team has shown me that now they can compete. And now that you show me you can compete, I'm going to expect that on a night in and night out basis. Don't let me down, Lakers. But I'm back. I'm back to fully believing. Obviously, I always said, man, low expectations but high hopes. That's the way to watch this team. Now it's going to be high expectations with high hopes. So now we're in getting yourself hurt territory, bro. And we are here, bro. We are here. The Lakers have arrived, and they're not playing games no more. Everybody's buying into the role. Luka's looking like an MVP. Austin's looking like the second best player, with the exception of tonight. He had an off game. But LeBron James buying into the third man role, which would make him the greatest third man ever. Name me a better third man than LeBron James. No, it adds to his GOAT debate. Somebody else able to adjust and adapt, and not only hand off the keys to the main car, but also hand off the keys to the garage where to park the car, right? And that's the biggest difference. These last 6 games, the Lakers have done a tremendous job of doing it. My guy Isaiah, he said, you was right, Dan. Reaves is a max player. I apologize, bro. Just hope he continues to play like this in the playoffs. Well, you know what? By default, Reaves is a max player because he really had an all-star caliber season. Bam. He's going to get paid anywhere between 42 to 48. I'm not sure how much he can. I think D Free said he can only get paid 42 on the cap. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read a comment earlier today. Just skimmed through it. But look, man, that is when we look back 3-4 years from now, and we see that Austin Reaves is on a $40+ million contract and the max contract is now at 70, it's going to look like a bargain, Isaiah. So I'm not worried about what we pay him. What I'm worried about is him staying healthy, because you're right. He took a year off last year at the playoffs as far as the efficiency goes. He was still averaging 17 points, but we expect a lot more from Austin. And today he had an off game, but they're going to make the clutch plays and all that. I'm counting on the best backcourt in the NBA. LeBron was huge today as well. My man at 41 is still dunking on folks, okay? So put some respect on LeBron's name, because this guy is still giving us what he can. My guy, Shamir Parker says, I want the rematch with OKC. I want to see how the Lakers fare against the best, and I want OKC to play all their players. You're going to get that. I believe we play them next month or later this month. I haven't checked. But I believe we play them one more time, my guy. Thanks for Super Chat. Listen, this team has arrived. They're back. They're back. Right now, we are one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA, period. Right now, the Lakers are up there. We're one of the most dangerous teams in the National Basketball Association. And we're only going to get more dangerous the more we continue to buy in. Guys are buying in. Everybody. Even when LeBron James buys in, you have no choice but to buy in. Yeah, you know what? My guy said no Sengun, and we barely won. Pump the brakes. Sengun might have hurt them because he's not a defender. I actually think Capella did good at being a scrapper down low. Sengun might have hurt them a little bit, because actually the game slows down a little bit more when they post up Sengun. He is a great player, don't get me wrong, but no excuses, man. Look, we're missing players too. We're missing Maxi Kleba. Jackson Hayes didn't play much because due to either his injury or they didn't like him, whatever it was. But no excuse. We've been winning all year without players. So we face this team again on Wednesday, and I'm expecting the same results. My expectations have went up. Man, we've won 6 in a row, bro. What is going to be the excuse if we win again the next game? Even if they have Sengun, oh, he was hurt, he's coming back from injury. Look, let's be honest. This team has improved, no matter how you see it. First of all, we held the Rockets. They're a high-scoring offense, a team that has 41 wins on the season. They're 41-26, the 4th best team in the West currently, even after this loss. We held this team to 92 points on the road. Okay, let's look at the positives. We're 9-1 over the last 10 games. Thank you, LA Sports. Guys, we are getting better. Let's enjoy this win. Like DV said, this is very fun. We're in fun territory now. Have fun. Enjoy it, guys. Let's not get into the where we can improve. And yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement, for sure. But so does every team in the league has a lot of room for improvement, right? So we're right where we need to be right now. We're hot at the right time, okay? Luka Doncic, 36 points. He continues to be. He was just one player of the week. Now we're 4-0 with Luka Doncic balling out. LeBron James, third option, best third option I've ever seen. Okay, the supporting cast, Marcus Smart tonight, 11 points, 3 for 7 from deep. DeAndre Ayton, 7 points, 11 rebounds. Jake, 7 points. He was scrappy. He had 3 steals off the bench. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Now, they might have missed Sengun, but I'll be honest, they look better with Jabari Smith, who had 22 points and 8 rebounds. Amen Thompson, they look scrappier without Sengun slowing them down. Amen Thompson had 19 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. I almost hit on my prize picks tonight, right? The biggest difference is we turned Kevin Durant over 7 times, right? But let me tell you just how impressive this 7-game win streak has been. We beat Indiana, who was the easiest of all the teams we played. Then we beat the Knicks. All right, that was a solid defensive win. Then we beat Minnesota, 120-106. Season sweep on them, by the way. We beat the Chicago Bulls, where Luka dropped 51. We beat the Denver Nuggets in overtime with the Luka buzzer beater. And now we beat the Houston Rockets. That is a very impressive 6-game win streak. It's not like we went through all bums. We literally went through four Western Conference foes that are up there and 2 Eastern Conference weaklings. But the Bulls are kind of sneaky, and we blew them out. All right? It's a mix of quality Western and Eastern Conference foes, man. And that is awesome, man. Multiple top 10 teams like Denver, Minnesota, New York, and Houston. Right? Not a bunch of tankers or bottom feeders. That's what makes this 6-game win streak impressive. And I told you, I hold a high bar for my Lakers. I needed to see it before I can give them the praise, right? During this streak, guys, the Lakers posted the 5th best offensive rating. I have the numbers right here. 5th best and the 9th best defensive rating, all right, in the NBA. We're 8-1 or better. In the last 10 games, we're 9 out of 10 games overall. All right, Luka has went nuclear He has detonated. If there was any question of who's the MVP is, Luka is answering that question at the most important time of the season. LeBron James has fully bought into that reduced shot facilitator role, averaging 21, 6, and 7 lately, while shooting career low volumes. Think about that, right? And the supporting cast, come on, it's clicking, guys. The defense has improved, right? And our offense is becoming more efficient, and we're turning over the ball less on this. And now we're on a 6-game road trip. I told you guys, if we can get 4 out of the 6, I'm ecstatic. We got the first one, okay? But it is a tight seeding race. We're behind OKC and the Spurs. I expect us to stay there, right? Again, we're the 3rd seed, and we're locking that down right now, going up against teams that are trying to come for the title right now. So enjoy this, guys. Enjoy this. We're actually doing it, man. I'm really enjoying it, and I got to, you know me. I call out the Lakers. I call out the Lakers when they struggle and when they're doing things the wrong way, but we're playing the right way. We're playing together now. We're giving consistent effort on both ends. We're doing what we have to do. Do we have room for improvement? Absolutely we do. But, guys, we're getting closer to somewhere I didn't think we can get to this year, to becoming a true contender. And I think right now we're contenders in the West. I want us to be contenders in the entire NBA. That's what I want us to be, right? So let's keep grinding. Let's keep it up. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, I will read a couple of comments. Let's see. My guy Just B said, bro, you already know how I feel about my guy Marcus Smart. That's right. Oh, I absolutely know how you feel about him, bro. Marcus Smart, remember, I said it here first. I said, from all the newcomers, yes, I love Ayton. I love, Jake LaRavia, all that. But I felt like Marcus would be the biggest impact guy. He has been that. And mind you, sometimes he goes cold, right? But he hits clutch plays, and he's not afraid of the moment. But, yeah, you're right, Just B. He's rounding into playoff form, and that's a beautiful thing to watch, and we're going to get there, man. My guy with another 10-piece, he said, look at it closely, Dan. We are winning, and that's that shit. LAIC. What am I looking at closely here? LAIC. You're going to have to explain that one to me. But we're winning, and that's that shit. Absolutely, bro. Most importantly, they're buying in on the defensive end. Again, holding the Rockets to 92 on the road in their house, where they have been really good lately. It's been nothing short of spectacular. And we're going to continue to. We're going to continue to get better and better, man. This just isn't a streak, all right? We're showing that we're becoming, before our eyes, we're becoming real title contenders, potentially with two-way growth and star synergy, right? They get a rematch on Wednesday, so let's see what type of adjustments. This is playoff intensity to it. But the Lakers just woke the fuck up, okay? The Lakers just woke the fuck all the way up. And anybody can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm here to speak facts. I'm preaching to the choir. Only people that could be mad at this is player fans that wanted the Lakers to do bad because their favorite players aren't getting enough touches. They're the only ones that are going to be mad. All of us real Laker fans are excited. We don't care who gets touches. Everybody wins. And that's what that's all that matters. And I don't know if I'm not looking at it closely enough, LA Mambo, but you're absolutely right, bro. Let's get it, bro. Homie, he said, hey, Dan, I'm new to your channel. Love the Laker coverage. Keep up the good work, bro. Hey, I appreciate the love, man. Thanks for the support. It means a lot, man. You came to the right place. This place is for all passionate, diehard Lakers stans. Not Laker fans. We're Laker stans, man. We're fanatics to the death. And so you're in the right place, bro. I got you 365 days a year. I'm going to add 366. I'm going to add an extra day because if we're sleeping and I got to wake up to break some news, I'm going to do that. All right. So make sure you keep it locked, bro. I do appreciate the love. Thanks for subscribing and showing love, man. You guys are awesome. Trucker Star, he said, Luka is making a case for MVP, but it's kind of late in the season. Can't erase what Shea has done all year. I will say this. I think Shea, the only thing that goes against Shea is that he was injured and the team won without him. We've needed Luka every step of the way. I think that's his biggest claim to fame. Kimiko, let me know once we get 250 likes, we turn up the phone lines. I want to hear from you guys. So let me know, Kimiko, please. Appreciate it. But you know what? I believe there's a couple things going for Luka. For one, he leads the NBA in scoring as potentially the third seed. If the season was to end today, he's doing it at an efficient rate, leading us to the third seed. We dealt with injuries early on and he still has led us to the 3rd seed. I think those things will definitely work in his favor if you're a fair voter. Leading the league, doing it efficiently, 3rd seed in spite of injuries. I think I see 4 things to vote for him for. I wouldn't be mad if the other guys win it, but I will feel a little robbed because I think that Luka the Don definitely deserves MVP consideration. Right now, I don't think they even have him in the top 3. I think I see the latest ranking. I'm going to have to bring back NBA Weekly. All right, I might do that real soon here. But I got to look at the rankings and where they have him. But right now, man, he should be top 3 for sure. At the bare minimum, in my opinion. All right, let's get them likes up, man. We got 114. We got over 500 people in here. Let's get them up there, baby. Let's get them. All right, let's see here. Let's go. Scoring title. He's going to win the scoring title. If he wins the NBA title, that's next level. For sure, that's next level. Like, that would be awesome. But, again, my expectations for the Lakers have risen, guys. We are on the verge. We are on the verge of really breaking through. I feel like they turned the corner already. I feel like the Lakers have officially turned the corner, guys. And as a result, you know, it's going to get interesting from here on out. Arthur, thanks so much for Cash App. He said, what? Why is Vando in the doghouse? What doghouse is Vando in? Honestly, I don't understand it. Here's the only issue. Here's the only reason I can't be mad at it. It has worked. We're on a 6-game win streak, right? I wanted him to play tonight. I thought that was a perfect game. To answer your question, my guy Art, I think this was the perfect game for Vando to play because we needed a scrappy rebounder. We got out rebounded by 12. So it would have been awesome if he had played, right? But the Lakers are winning. So I can't be too critical of JJ because of that. As long as we win, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. As a fan, that's all I want. 6-game win streak, 4 out of the 6 were really good teams, okay? And the Lakers have done it defensively as well. So much as I like Vando, and I would love for him to eventually get PT right now, I can't really question it too much because of that. He said, look at it closely, LOL. We are that team. Look at it closely. Okay. The riddle is killing me. Does anybody see what he's talking about? We are that team. That championship team? Is that what you're talking about? We are that team? The championship team. Is that what you mean? My bro, I appreciate the super chat, so keep them coming, bro. Nah, but real talk, yeah, I'm looking at it really closely, man. And what I'm seeing from this team is the fact that they are battle-tested right now. Again, we're the 2nd hottest team in the West. We have won 6 in a row. The only hotter team than us is the Thunder. The Thunder are 10 games over us, and I don't think we're going to catch up. We only have about, 14, 13 games left? We're not going to catch up to them or the Spurs, if we're being honest. But they have an 8-game win streak. We have a 6. So we are starting to kind of match their energy, which is good. Now, the Thunder play the Magic tomorrow. That should be interesting. But then the rest of their schedule is fairly easy. I wouldn't say super easy, but fairly easy. Except they play us twice. We play the Thunder twice. So we're not going to just get to measure ourselves. Look at it closely. LAIC. Okay. Luka wins MVP and we win out the rest of the way, maybe? That's really hard to do, man. Look, winning out the rest of the way is asking for a lot, right? But I think we got to look at the body of work of what Luka has done. And by the way, we play the Rockets again on Wednesday, and then we got a back-to-back Wednesday and Thursday. So it was very important that we won tonight. And this is why I said minimum, I want to split the series between us and the Rockets. But now I'm getting greedy. Now I want to win on Wednesday again, only to turn around, potentially lose versus Miami. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be tough, man. I don't know what demonic schedule maker made this schedule, but we play the Rockets and then the Heat. You're almost trying to set us up for a guaranteed loss. It's pissing me off, okay? After that, we play the Magic on Saturday, so we're going to get a couple days off. We're going to get Friday. Well, actually, just Friday off. And then we play the Pistons on Monday, right? And then we end the road trip versus the Pacers on next Wednesday, March 25th. So that's when the road trip ends before coming back versus Brooklyn at home and Washington at home and then Cleveland at home. So, again, our schedule is not easy. Look, we got the Thunder April 2nd, right? Then we got the Thunder again April 7th. Okay, 5 days separated. Then we got the Warriors, who are probably going to be hungry to get into the play-in. Then we got the Suns, who already beat us, and then the Jazz. That's how we're going to end it. Hopefully, by then, we have solidified where we need to be in order to get that 3rd seed, and we can rest our guys a couple of games. I See, I'm going to get really greedy here, and I'm going to say this. I want our guys to rest. I want our guys to rest a couple of games before the postseason because we got older guys on here. We got guys like Marcus Smart and LeBron. It'd be nice to be fully fresh and to let some of those teams beat each other up and jockey for position. But in order to do that, we're going to have to win, like I mentioned, 4 out of these next 6 games. Well, we got 1 out of the way. So I'll say 4 out of these next 5 games. All right. And again, it's a tall test. Or 3 out of the next 5, should I say. My math was completely off. We get the next 3 out of the next 5, we're in great shape moving forward. I doubt we go 6-0 on the road trip. If we go 6-0 on this road trip, guys, in spite of the back-to-back, then we're on a different stratosphere already. Now I want to see everybody that gets in our way. If we can go 6-0 on this road trip, now I want to see, All right, my guy, Gabriel, he said, LeBron is willing to play off ball is great. I'm glad that he is accepting the role and letting Luka and their duo scoring very well. Pleased with the defense. Major props and credit to LeBron James right now. Major props and credit to LeBron James. You know who LeBron James reminds me of? This is who it reminds me of, y'all. Tony Stark, chat. Tony Stark, as you see my little piggy bank here. Why do I say Tony Stark? Well, Tony Stark develops the tech, stands back, and, he shines when he needs to. He lets Spider-Man and everybody else shine, all the youngins. Reminds me of Tony Stark. He's a mentor, all right? And even though he's close to the end, just like Tony Stark was, his mentorship means everything, both on and off the court. Him embracing Luka and Austin Reaves is a rare thing because a lot of superstars wouldn't do that. Let's keep it quite frank. I don't think we've given LeBron enough credit for that. Most superstars would get offended if you came to a franchise and helped turn them around back to where they belong, and then they take the keys away, trade your best friend, and then you still have to embrace the new player, who luckily he already liked before, and the up-and-coming player before you. LeBron has done that beautifully. So, again, credit to him. If he continues to do that, now I might put the C in championship. Now I'm starting to believe in the championship if he continues to do that. And also, other guys are going to be crucial. DeAndre Ayton needs to be more than a part-timer, all right? Needs to be a full-timer. Marcus Smart needs to keep doing what he's doing. I always told you guys I felt like he would play the Rondo role for us. What Rondo did offensively and orchestrating, he will do defensively for us. Rui off the bench can be a big revelation in the playoffs. We know what type of player he is in the postseason. Don't want to get too far ahead. If Jake LaRavia can find his offense, we will evolve from Charmander to Charizard. Okay, so that is huge. That would be tremendous if that could happen. But the playoffs are here, and we're starting to heat up. And like my guy Gabriel said, I'm very pleased as well, bro. I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you, man. And again, super, super hype. And we're getting big-time super chat, so let me go ahead and fire off this thank you for all the super chat.
I want to give a special shout-out to all who have super chatted, especially you. With this super chat, I will now be able to reach level 25,000.
Hopefully you guys like my Vegeta voiceover, my favorite DBZ character right there. LA Mamba. My guy, again, man, blessing the channel. Thank you, my brother. He said, I don't live to live, homie. He said, Lakers, let me in. Parasites. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay, now I finally understand. Man. Shout out to you, bro. Let me in. Look, man, we here, baby. We have arrived. And it's that time. It is that time for Lakers Nation to really, truly start believing in this team because they have shown us enough of a sample size. As my guy said, man, we don't live to live. We here. We diehards. I see what you're saying. LA Mama, we diehards. We're going to die with this team hard. All the way. He said Vegeta has become my favorite character over time as well. Shout out. Yes, sir. I want to give a special shout out to everyone, especially you. Bro, I love Vegeta. I love his energy. I love his confidence. Going from Saiyan Prince to have to humble himself. Very LeBron-esque as well, man. We're making a lot of those. Let's see. My guy, Truck Star, he said, Shea this year has the highest true shooting percentage for a 30-point per game player in the NBA history. Best record in the league. And J-Dub out almost all season MVP. A lot of people quit on Bron when we won 3 without him. That's facts. That is absolute facts. But, well, like I said, I wouldn't get mad if Shea won it because obviously he has the best record in everything you just mentioned. But I at least want Luka to be in the conversation. And I feel like a lot of people disrespect Luka, man. They don't want to put him in that combo. They don't want to do that, you know? And so that is my biggest thing. Like, Luka belongs in the top 3. He's up there with Shea and anybody else you want to put him, whether it's Wemby or Jokić. You know, he's in the top 3 in any order you want to put him. I will personally give it to Luka, leading the league in scoring in probable season. A lot of people didn't think we'd be in the top 3 now. I've been telling you guys all year, I want us in the top 2 or top 3. And that's where we're at right now. You know, so thank God. Thank God for Luka. Thank God for LeBron buying in. Thank God for Austin's rise. All those improbable things had to happen to get us here, bro. So, but you make valid points about Shea. I'm not just discarding Shea. I know Shea is a valuable MVP candidate for sure. My guy David, what's up, my brother? Good to see you, man. He said, any idea on why Vando hasn't got any playing time? Is it a matchup issue? I think it's a lack of shooting issue, my brother. I think what the problem is that they don't trust him because he can't knock down shots consistently. When he came back first, you know, and they started playing him again, he was knocking down threes at a high clip, or at least a decent clip, but he's kind of tailed off again. And then, you know, sometimes he misses layups and stuff like that. I think JJ really wants to have scoring options out there at all times around guys like Luka, Austin, and LeBron. And so that's probably the reason why they don't play him. But I still think he should play in spurts. Like, give him anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes. And if he's playing really good, you give him the 15 to 20, right? And depending on the matchup tonight, this game could have called for his energy. You know, also Adu Thero is another guy I would love to see, because those type of energies, you know, those type of energies, man, phenomenal. My guy Gabriel said, do you think Dalton Connect will be re-signed? I doubt it. His contract comes off the books this year. You know what? I think Dalton Connect is done for, man. I feel sorry for Dalton. His confidence is completely shaken. His confidence is out of there, bro. I just hope he finds his footing somewhere in the NBA. That's what I hope for. That is what I hope for sure, man. And if that happens, bro, we're going to be I think we're going to be, you know, a little bit sad because we drafted him and people are going to call him a bust or whatever. But I've seen people leave Los Angeles and make a career because maybe the limelight was too bright for them. There is that case, you know. But I think we're done with Dalton. I think we're going to use that cap space and put it to better use. I think that for sure. Hey, my guy LA Mamba, man, I hear just fucking blessing the channel like crazy, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the super chat. DTLF out.
By the way, whatever, all the little talk, you guys heard the talk about them cloning Jim Carrey? Is crazy, fam. It's crazy. I don't know if it's true or not, but yo, that video clip of that other Jim Carrey that went to the award show was crazy. If y'all haven't seen it, go check it out. LA Mama says, I do more than that, motherfucker. He said, hashtag LeBron, Luka, Bronny James, LOL. Oh, man, no, I appreciate that, bro. Again, blessings to you, man. Power to you, man, for blessing the channel like that. That's love right there, and you've always done it. So, again, you, sir, are one of the channel's MVPs for sure. Appreciate it. And shout out to Kimiko. We got 192 likes. I'm going to go ahead and open up. You know what? You guys have blessed the channel more than enough. Come on, fam. Let's open up the channel to calls. I know you guys want to talk, man. Let me say this. How excited are you guys? All right, I want to hear from you guys. From this Laker team, what they're doing, and how far do you guys think we can go? And yes, Coolio, to answer your question, we are all the way back, my bro. But phone lines are open. All you guys have to do is tap in, hit that link. Man, you guys have blessed this channel more than enough, man. Can we get Swaggy P in here? Who we getting in here today, man? The link is in the chat. You got to just click it. Don't need to have your camera on. Let's get it, Chappy, bro. We are cooking. We all the way back. I can't even deny it. All right, let's bring in our first caller, my guy, CJ. CJ, you are live, my brother. What's cracking? Oh, we can't hear you, CJ. We cannot hear you, my brother. You there? Mic check. Okay, we'll come back to CJ while he gets that situated. Let's bring in my other guy, Kevon. Kevon, what's up, fam?
What's up, Dan, man? The Lakers, they getting it done. I missed the last call. I was downtown Chicago. That game was crazy. This game was crazy. I just love it.
Bro, what has got into the Lakers? They're just different, man. They're just different.
I told you. Then I told you I wasn't worried. I said I knew that after All-Star break. I said we gonna start winning these games. I just
You
knew it.
did. You did call it, bro.
I
I gotta
knew
give you
it.
all the props. You called it. You the most positive caller in here, man. You always stay positive. Even when we go on a 3-game losing streak, you just say, I'm not worried. We're gonna turn up. So credit to you, bro.
Then
Absolutely.
I can't give up until I see Lakers eliminated. I can't give up. I can't. I just can't.
I'm the same way, but I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is the closest I've been to tapping out. We go on that 3-game losing streak after losing to the Suns with no Devin Booker. And I was just after that 3-game losing streak, I was thinking, oh man, we disinterested. But then something happened, man. LeBron gets hurt, sits out. We win 3 in a row. LeBron comes back, brand new LeBron. What is the biggest change you see in LeBron James, man?
You know, LeBron. When everybody was talking about LeBron, I wasn't worried about LeBron. You know, I watched LeBron do a lot of amazing things in this league, bro. He's just the GOAT. And I think him just more off ball, it just works. But also, I think Austin really has to hoop in there. Tonight, Austin, he was kind of weird tonight. But I
Yeah,
need him to stay hooping. At least 20 points, Austin. At least. Like, I need you to be in that range if you want LeBron to be the third option.
yeah, and he will be. He had an uncharacteristic off game. Got to give credit to the Rockets though, man, because man, they threw Amen Thompson. They was throwing all kinds of good defensive wings on him, and they made him struggle for sure. Also, I would like Austin not to settle for threes too much, man. And the entire that goes for the entire Lakers, right? The entire Lakers. So hopefully that will change. Really quick to answer my guy's question, he said, "Dan, will LeBron play well throughout the playoffs?" I believe so. He was the best player we had last year in the playoffs, and I think LeBron is holding something in the reserve tank for the postseason. Do you agree, Kevon? You've seen him his entire
Oh,
career.
yeah. Playoff, bro. We all know how that get. That's that get real, real. So I can't wait to see that.
Absolute playoff Braun, man. Hey, if the playoffs started today, bro, who's the one team that you'd be afraid to face if the playoffs started today?
You know, it's a tie between OKC and the Spurs. Just because the Spurs are young, because I feel like we could beat the Spurs, but the Spurs they're young and playoff Wemby. Then I feel like he gonna be one of the ones in the playoffs. So that'll be the two teams. The Nuggets would be hard too, but I feel like we could beat them. I feel like we could beat all of them though, but those two the most.
Bro, like my guy Gabriel said, was really impressed on the defense that we played on KD tonight, bro. What has
Facts.
impressed you the most about the Lakers defense, bro? What has really stood out to you?
Man, they just hustling, bro. They all hustling. Like they just giving it up. I seen Austin Reaves. He called out. I forgot who it was, but I just know it ended up being a steal. He called it. He knew the exact play they was running. He called it out. It ended up being a steal. I really want to see Vanderbilt play, bro. Like especially games like this. Let Vando guard KD. But I want to see him play against them tough matchups with like quick guards, like Reed Shepard. Put Vando on Reed Shepard. Like just make it difficult for them. But it working without him, so I don't know. Maybe, hey, I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? You know what they say, bro. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I want to see Vando play, but I would play him early, kind of to gauge what type of game he's having.
Yeah.
You know, like what type of game is he having, and then I would leave him on there if he is having a phenomenal, spectacular game, bro. Like serious. Man, let me ask you this, Kevon. Who has been the most impressive role player for you this season, and why?
The most impressive role player. Okay, now everybody stepping their rank up, man. DeAndre Ayton stepped. Oh, it got to be Marcus Smart though. It has to be Marcus Smart. It has to be Smart. Jake LaRavia, he was on the hot start, but he still be coming in clutch sometimes too. DeAndre Ayton, he's getting back, but I'm gonna have to say Marcus Smart. When he's on, it seems like the whole team is just on.
He has an infectious energy about him. Rondo had the same thing.
Nice.
Certain role players, bro, they're just leaders on and off the court. The other night, it was actually Marcus Smart that was in Austin Reeves' ear telling him how to miss the free throw. He's like, don't finish your rhythm dribble. And sure enough, Austin took the advice, and that's why they were able to catch the defense slipping. So Marcus Smart, bro, has been just an absolute veteran leader. And this is why for years, you've been with me on the channel for years. You know for years I wanted Marcus Smart on this team. And I actually predicted that we would land Marcus Smart in the offseason when he was on the Wizards. I had a feeling they were going to buy him out, and the Lakers were going to jump on that. Once we did that, bro, I knew that our intensity was going to rise to another level, which is why I was so excited this offseason. Now, you told me who the most impressive new acquisition is. Now tell me who the most disappointing Laker this season has been.
Most disappointing Laker this season. I would probably say Dalton Connect, the way that they were talking about him, but he barely has really had, opportunity. Well, he has had opportunities. I would say Dalton because they were saying that he was the best in practice and all this. I wanted him to be one of the best that we had. So I
Yeah.
would say him. Vanderbilt's 3-pointer. It did get better. It got better though. So yeah, I
Yeah.
would say Dalton.
Dalton is a great answer, man. And I pray that Dalton finds his footing somewhere in the league because it almost feel like he out the door, bro, completely.
Facts.
But man, as always, Kevon, man, I appreciate your enthusiasm, your excitement. Credit to you because you did call it after we got on that 3-game losing streak. You said, Dan, don't even worry about it. Lakers gonna start winning. We about to get serious. Credit to you, bro.
Just clicking. Everybody, hey, we beat the Rockets next game, dude. It's going up. It's really gonna go
I
up.
have to find a force flag up in here somewhere, bro. We beat the Rockets, man. I'm gonna go crazy, bro.
Shout out everybody. Stay positive. This it's not LeBron versus the Lakers. It's not Lakers versus LeBron. It's not Luka fans versus LeBron fans. It's just it's one big happy family. We gotta keep these good vibes.
Yes.
So yeah.
That's how it gotta be, bro. I've been trying to preach that all year, man. We on the same team. No hate on anybody. Constructive criticism only. But as always, appreciate you, Kevon. You the man, bro. Take it easy, man. All right, brother. And whoa, my guy LA Mamba out here making the channel rich overnight, man. I'm gonna have to play another one for him. Oh,
all right, yeah. Master DTLF will be excited with the super chat. Debunking dudes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah.
My guy, man, he said, I don't live to live, homie. I do more than that, motherfucker. He said, let me in. I'm from here, homie. Where the fuck you from? Oh, it's my fault. Wait, what is going on? Bro, what is going on here? Are you banging on me? Hold up on the live stream. Hold up, bro. What is going on, man? I'm a little confused. I thought you was I think he's just talking his shit. I think he's talking his shit. He's hyped that we are winning, right? That's what it's gotta be, man. But shout out to you, bro, for blessing the channel. And talking about blessing the channel, I'm gonna bring in my guy, CJ, who had a little bit of technical difficulties. My guy, what's up, fam? There he is. Can you hear us?
Hey, bro, can you hear me?
Can hear you. We can hear you. Yes, sir.
Perfect. I just want to make sure. First, thank God that we have Kevon here and all that stuff because, like I said, he's been a blessing. He constantly brings up the energy and all that stuff, and I'm always glad when he goes first and just sets the mood for the callers and all that stuff. So I just wanted to bring that up first. But bro, get into this game, bro, man. When I tell you that this was a '90s early 2000s style game, bro. It brought back memories, man. I watched some of the highlights actually before you came on, and just watched the intensity and all that stuff. Our guys, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. Like I literally just said this on Saturday. I said we'll see what happens, but I'm not gonna lie. I want them to do it again on Wednesday, but yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like we're back. We're back, but with us being back, that still means that we still want to see the rest of the season. Because when I tell you, bro, that we the intensity that we're bringing, and when I tell you, and I agree wholeheartedly with Kevon, we've got to make if there are two players that we need to bring back in this off season, that's Marcus Smart and that's Luke Kennard.
Oh, he's back. I think we got a team option on Marcus Smart for a 2-year deal, so I think he's back for sure.
I thought it was a player option, but
is it a player?
Yeah, I think it's a player option. And I know that Luke Kennard has an expiring deal for $11 million. Either way, we need to make sure that we get them for the low in the offseason because when I tell you those two in particular are championship pieces. When you see the definition of championship pieces, you have guys like those two guys there, and they know because they're high IQ guys, one on the offensive end and one on the defensive end. But the thing is, Marcus Smart, for some reason, I don't know what happened to him when he got injured. He came back and he got that jumper because he's been knocking down threes. Man had 21 points against the Nuggets the other night, and just the intensity that he brings, man. And I love your I also love your comparison when you called him similar to Drew Holiday. We've been wanting somebody like that since our boy Alex Caruso left, and he's finally here. We finally have our true Alex Caruso, and I agree. I really wish that Vandal would play more because I know you talked about it in the last chat, the last video. We want to try to make sure that we're not overextending our guys with that 9-man rotation. There's a reason why you're supposed that there's a reason why there's 15 guys on the roster, and you need to use at least 10 of them. Even when it comes to the playoffs, I know you have your rotations, JJ, but you don't want to burn out those guys. That's literally how we lost the last two times in the, against the Nuggets. We just ran out of gas. And also, before I'll let you go, we definitely got to make sure that we get some rest towards the end of the season, like we talked about in the last chat. Because for too long, it's like we're doing all this fighting, we go on this run and all stuff, we're exuding all of this energy, and then when we get into the playoffs, we're like gas, we're like done. It's like, and then that's not good. We want to make sure that we're in position, keep the fire going, and then once we get to the last bit of April, then start resting some of these final games before the playoffs come. I'm just glad that we're not in the play in position like the Warriors. So hey, it is what it is.
The hate watch is gonna go crazy, man. When the Warriors are trying to make it. Oh man, we're gonna enjoy the heck out of those. I can't wait. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna invite my boy Darius Ford, man, when they're trying to make it into the play and over there on primetime TV, bro, because that's gonna be a lot of fun. But it's one of them things, man, where the Lakers are ascending at the right time and everybody's buying in right now. And that's the biggest difference between the Lakers 3-game losing streak and now the Lakers 6-game win streak. The biggest difference is that during that 3-game losing streak, it looked like we didn't know what was what. All right. There were games when Luka and Austin didn't even combine for 40 points. Those games where LeBron was struggling as well. And I said it. I mentioned it during that losing streak. We look like a team of a bunch of pickup basketball players that don't know who goes where or what goes where. And nobody knows who's taking the final shot. Marcus Smart was taking closing shots at the end, which I'm okay with if they're wide open. But when we're forcing it, that's a problem. Now the pecking order is set. Who's the one hitting the game winners in the clutch buckets? Luka, Austin, and in spurts, LeBron. But have you noticed at the end of games who has the ball in their hands? Have you noticed? It's Luka the dunk, right?
Absolutely.
So that's what we always wanted, was a pecking order so we can know exactly what to expect and what to do, man. And so I'm excited about that because now we look like we have an identity. If you look at the Lakers' identity, we're a team that has the best backcourt in NBA in Luka and Austin, and we have the best third option in NBA in LeBron James. After that, we got some hungry dogs like Marcus Smart, DeAndre when he likes to clock in. We have guys like Jake LaRavia who can get scrappy. We got a floor spacer like Luke Kennard. We got dogs like Vando that could come off anytime. Maxi Kleber was giving us good minutes before he re-aggravated his injury. We got some pieces now. Now we got an identity. And our leadership is leading us to victories. Tonight, clutch plays made by who? The role players, Marcus Smart and Ayton. Why? Because they're following suit. The other night it was Austin and Luka. Tonight, Marcus Smart and Ayton. It's nice to see, bro. It's just nice.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And before I close, literally, bro, when I tell you that I have to give some praise. I have to give some praise and some kudos to DeAndre Ayton. I don't know what happened to him or what was going on with him or whatever, but when he locked in, and he's the X factor. He takes us to a completely different level. When he is on point, when he's on point and he's playing with that fire and he's playing with that mentality, and when he's just focusing on just filling his role and just being one of the guys, where bro, there's no team that in the NBA that I fear and that we can beat. Yes, the playoffs isn't supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy, especially when we're trying to get that championship. So, but we want all that smoke. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There is no team that I fear, and there is no team that I believe we cannot beat because we don't have the Warriors with KD and all that stuff there. And and the thing is, it's like I believe that it's time. If Luka's not gonna get the MVP, I want him to do what Jokic did in 2023. I want him to go get that chip. We're good enough at least offensively, and from what we've been shown defensively, we're good enough to get through the gauntlet. It's going to take time. It's going to take adjustments. It's going to take everybody doing their part and doing what they're supposed to be doing. But I'm not going to lie. I believe in this team, and I believe we can get to that. We can get to the promised land if we all work as a collective unit. But I want to hear what everybody else got to say. I don't want to take too long because I want to hear what everybody else says, man. But
Appreciate it. We can hear you talk all day, man. You definitely know ball, CJ. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes,
Thank you so much as always, man.
absolutely. And
Yeah, go Lakers, man. Hey, we here, man. We have arrived, CJ. This is what we've been waiting for. Look, Laker fans are happy. Look at that smile. Laker fans are happy, baby. And let's get it going, man. The fun is just starting right now, CJ.
absolutely. Can't wait for Wednesday so you can start finding 4 flags and ways, bro.
I got a 4th flag somewhere, bro. I'm gonna look for it for sure. All right, brother. Take it easy, man. Salute,
All right, brother. Y'all be blessed.
You too, bro. And shout out to my guy, man, CJ. Let me tell you something, man. The energy y'all bringing is awesome. Let me answer a couple of these super chats before we take our next caller. My guy, appreciate it, man. Andres Rivas, my brother, he said, Dan, early to call, but what players should we target for the offseason along with Luka, AR, Smart, and Kennard? I'm glad you asked, man. I'm glad somebody asked this intelligent question here. All intelligent questions, but this one right here, I can't wait to dive into it in the offseason. I'm going to give you a little glimpse. Players that intrigue me. First, let's start with my number 1 target. Let's just say we don't land Giannis, because we most likely won't. That's a pipe dream. Could happen because we're in LA and we know that Mark Walter likes landing superstars in LA like he does for the Dodgers. But realistically, you can look at Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, can you imagine an energetic big man who can block shots, rebound, catch lobs, and just do all the dirty work and is a scrapper? He's a real scenario for me. He's going to be a restricted free agent, which means they can match, but why would they? They already got like 3 other big men they're paying big money to, right? And a young rookie. So we should be in the clear if we offer him $25 million or so. That's one piece right there. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins is going to be an unrestricted free agent. You're talking about an elite 3-and-D wing who can score and would fit perfectly alongside Austin and Luka. And he would give us the combination of defense and scoring. And, he has a player option. He's got a $30 million player option, but he could be declining it, looking for a longer deal. LA's marketing minutes could definitely lure him. He fits perfectly as a high-level starter, guys. That would be awesome. Peyton Watson is a name that's been leaked to the Lakers. He intrigues me a little bit. Tari Eason, restricted free agent. Again, Houston likely won't pay for him. You're talking about a high motor guy. We saw him tonight. Tari Eason. We need all the length and defense we can get. Guys like athletes like him will be great. Quentin Grimes, all right? A young, tough defender with an improving shot, man. He fits everything. I mean, I'll bring him more as a 6-man, but depends where we see him. I mean, I can't wait to really break everything down for you in the offseason, so make sure you guys keep it locked right here. Subscribe if you already haven't. Turn on the post noti bells and all that good stuff. Appreciate the question, my boy. Appreciate the super chat. Beloved Almighty says, salute to the chat and salute to LA Mamba for bringing that West Coast energy in the chat. Hey, Dan, shook to a second. He said, hey, yeah, Dan, shook to a second. We can compete for a Western Conference this year. He didn't have me shook. I was just a little confused, but now I see what he's doing, man. Shout out to LA Mamba. He's always been a long-time supporter and just a good friend. I appreciate him as always, man. I'm just joking about the gang and stuff, but definitely got to represent your area as always, man. We all family. Absolutely. Appreciate the super chat. He said, I don't know how I feel about JJ small lineups. There's still question marks about JJ Redick. Question marks he's going to have to answer in the playoffs, okay? Because I didn't like his playoff coaching at all. He didn't trust anybody, ended up playing only 5 guys in the final game. So let's see how, we can adapt to that, Isaiah. But I do appreciate you, bro. All right, let's bring in our next caller, my guy, Alfredo Salcido. Did I say it right? Salcido. What's up, bro? Fredo.
What's going on, Dan?
How you doing, man?
It's going, brother, out here, man. Same thing with it's been a little roller coaster. We're starting to hit the peak. We're starting to hit the peak of the roller coaster, so it's starting to get real exciting.
Yeah, bro. This is insane how we've kind of turned the corner, man. Did you anticipate this from our Lakers or not?
We've been a little thin. I feel like our bench is pretty thin still to this moment. I feel like JJ is piecing together some things in here, and things are clicking just at the right time. So I was still, especially what was going on with DeAndre Ayton, I was really getting a little sour because I feel like he wasn't buying in. But the last few games, truly what LeBron sitting back, watching us being in the flow, watching us being able to click together, and him being able to analyze that, and as a big time player, being able to adjust and come back in the flow and actually add to that, I think it's a gift.
Absolutely, bro. And I think it's happening at the right time, which is a blessing, bro, because we honestly didn't know this was gonna happen. I didn't know it. I didn't expect it either. Matter of fact, I expected us to do the complete opposite and implode, unfortunately, because of the way we looked after All-Star break. So but they've fully gained my trust again. And I think this Laker team, at the very least, becomes the most dangerous team in the Western Conference to upset anybody. I think that's what we should come in here looking like, like the most
Well,
dangerous team.
I think we are the dark horses. We are the dark horses of the West.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like Aiden, still he'll come in some games and he'll show us what a big man that we need, and we look dominant. And
Yep.
sometimes, like tonight, I think it was a heck of a win. It was a heck of a win. But certainly, I still I'm wanting those rebounds. I'm wanting that interior defense. That
Right.
that these guys are gonna try to pick at us, and then when they start plotting against us, let's see how we do next game, because they're gonna try to target us there. But I'm really hoping that, let's say, Aiden watching LeBron buy in, like you said, man, one of the biggest, one of the greatest players out there, one of the all times historical players, being able to take a back seat and just buy into a role. Who is Aiden to say he's too good for it? So I'm really hoping that that has shooken up the has shooken up, what's it called, the locker room, and has allowed the guys to truly take a step back and see they could be part of something big.
Definitely, they got to lead by example, and they've done that. Our main star players, especially LeBron, are leading by example. I'm very proud of them, man, and I hope that continues. I think it will. And man, again, sky's the limit for this Laker team. Like you said, dark horse, but dark horses sometimes become the main horses. You know what I mean? Like we've seen teams like the Mavericks, who nobody had pegged into the finals, get there. So if they can get there, and with the same player that we have now, anything's possible, man. Luka's
Yeah,
having
I do think the top. Let's say the Spurs, they've ridden them in. Of course, the Nuggets are always dangerous. They're always dangerous. Of course, Thunder. The Thunder, they're looking great. Now the Lakers were, they'll come in and come out, and certainly there was shakiness, like you said. There wasn't, our roles weren't defined. Who the pecking order, we're still working through it, and we're
right.
starting to put things together the last second. So a lot of people might have written us off, but
Yeah,
right now coming in, and I do feel that Reaves as a second option is the way to go. Truly as a second option, I believe that Luka plays, let's say, compared to Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie Irving and Luka, they certainly they played well together. But I felt whenever Luka was on the driver's seat, Kyrie was kind of a backup reserve, like a number one reserve, and
yeah.
didn't really help out Luka much. But I feel whenever Luka's in the driver's seat, I really feel that Reaves becomes a true second. And he like this last game against the Nuggets, we see in that last play, Reaves had the ball in his hands, and they trusted him to make the right play. It looked like he was winding down the clock to take that shot, but he was always looking for Luka to open up, and he gave him the ball, and it was beautiful, man. It was magic, exciting.
Hey, that was the best game I've seen all year, the Denver Nuggets game, man. And this one was getting intense, but they did the right thing and clamped down in that fourth. At one point, bro, with like 4 minutes left, the Lakers had only scored 4 points in the entire fourth quarter, but then they went on a crazy run, man. And that's the beautiful thing about this Laker team. I think they have so much firepower in that starting lineup that they can go on a barrage and a flurry of scoring, and it could change the game in our favor, So I think that's going to definitely work in our favor in the playoffs. As always,
I'll make
Yeah,
this
go ahead.
call, Dan. I'll make this call. For us to make the real noise in the playoff run, we're gonna need every single one of these guys. We need to bring out Maxi Cleva. We're gonna need to squeeze.
Alfredo? Yep. Okay, I kind of know the take he was going to say. We lost him there at the end, but yeah, he's right. We're going to need every single body to kind of play a role moving forward for the postseason. I completely agree. And wow, my guy, LA Mamba, going crazy with the super chats. Appreciate you, my guy. Oh my goodness. I'm about to make more voiceovers, man, just to accommodate, because you guys I'm running out of voiceovers today. Let's go.
Look at the stars. All the people that have super chatted have contributed to the success of this channel.
Really?
Yes. And what's best, we will reach the moon one day if they continue such contributions. Your super chats are always appreciated. Thank you.
James Earl Jones always gets me in the feels right there, man. He said, I'll be back all the time, homie. I don't live to live. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to the 626, man. My guy, LA Mamba, just showing an insane amount of love per usual. He usually does. All right, let's bring in our next caller, man. My guy, D Prince, calling all the way from the Philippines. What's up, man? Can you hear me, brother?
Hey Dan, how are you doing? All good here?
Awesome. Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. I don't think you can hear me.
All right, all good. Yeah, all good here.
All right, good.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just hope everyone's doing well there, Dan. Well, that was a good win. It's a very exciting win. We have defeated now, like I think, 4 contenders in the last week or so. So it was great. It was a good win. Very exciting win. I was watching earlier while working, so I haven't really seen all of the plays there because I'm working at the same time. But it was good. I saw the resiliency of the team. Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, resilient defense, Luka. Even if AR is having an off night, there are other guys that chipped in with in this win. Even DeAndre Ayton was about to get mad at him again for laying an egg the majority of the game, but he's like Rocky Balboa right now. He fights in the, he comes alive in the end game. So that was great, Dan. It was a good win.
Great win, man. And you know what? I hope the Lakers can continue. What do you think the Lakers have to continue to do to keep this up, man? What's the biggest thing for you? I think
to me, I think is LeBron needs to embrace his role right now consistently until the playoffs, and then AR and Luka needs to be consistent with their scoring and just at least be decent in the defensive end. And also JJ thing needs to stop with this 9-man rotation right now, because these 9 guys will eventually get exhausted and get tired at the tail end of the regular season. So he needs to utilize some of the other guys like Vando and even Adut Hero, so that other guys, the main 9-guy rotation will be fresh. Will be well rested come playoff time. And yeah, just these role players just need to be consistent. I'm a bit worried about Luke Kennard getting slumps right now at the wrong time, but he'll be fine, I think. So all these things should be aligned come playoff time, and will be a threat to the Western Conference at least. I now my hopes are up again, just like you, Dan, as you mentioned earlier. Our team is speaking at the right time, looks like. And yeah, hope all will be good come playoff time.
Beautiful, man. Hey, look, man, all of our hopes are up again, because you don't just win 6 games in a row versus 4 really good teams. And, it'd be silly of us to think, we're not that good. No, the Lakers are good. They've been good all year. It's just they needed to show us they can beat contenders consistently. And they're showing us that now at the right time of the year. So I think that people like Charles Barkley, even, who are super naysayers, are eventually going to have to give us credit. And if he doesn't do it, he just looks like a hater, right? Because Charles Barkley was saying, oh, man, we're going to have to – this is Charles Barkley. Oh, man, I don't want the Lakers to win. That's my worst. Like, bro, that's your worst nightmare? Like, really? You prefer Boston or one of these dirtbag teams to win over us? Come on now. Like, the hate that Charles Barkley – what did we do to Charles? That's all I want to know. What did we ever do to Charles? Charles Barkley.
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah,
I was about to ask you about that, Dan, about that post-game show with Shaq, and even Shaq. I'm mad at Shaq for saying that. What are you saying, bro? We blew a big lead, and now this game, I'm really curious what they will say this time, or what negativity will come from their mouth this time. Since the Lakers did not blow like a big lead this time, they fought in a clutch game. So I'm really curious what they will say this time. Those 2 douchebags they're saying stuff just to say stuff.
I'll say this: a lot of Laker fans don't like them. I like them. I think people like Charles Barkley are imperative to the success of the Lakers because I think this is bulletin board material for somebody like JJ, who can now go and show them this video and be like, look what they're saying about you guys. How are you guys going to respond? And also because Barkley is good for TV, man. He's just entertainment. I think some people
Yeah.
like we can't be that sensitive. Yes, he's a hater. We're gonna call him out for being that, but he's great for TV because he's hilarious. Shaq disappoints me a little bit more because he rarely defends his Lakers, man. He'll let Chuck say all this stuff. If I was Shaq, I'd be coming out swinging like, "Hey, man, cool it on my Lakers. We got 17 chips for a reason." I would say something along the lines like, "Bro, you a big hater." Like I'd call him out. But I am more disappointed in Shaq than I am Chuck, simply because I feel like Shaq rarely defends the Lakers the way he should. As a Laker legend, he's a Laker legend. So
Yeah.
it's a little. It almost feels like he still has some resentment about being traded. On the back end a little bit, and that might be whatever. But it's all love, man. Look, these debates
Yeah.
are good for entertainment purposes. ESPN is going to eat up the ratings and all of that. So, so it is what it is, man. But I got nothing but love for Chuck and Shaq and Kenny and EJ. I think those guys are good for TV, no matter what. I see a lot of people saying they should be removed from TV for an opinion. Not really. Then we'd be too soft, So Laker fans are tough. We can take it,
Yeah, I understand. To be honest, Dan, that's really the main reason why I wanted to get into this call, just to open up that topic, because it really pissed me off what they said. But yeah, you're right. For entertainment purposes, it's good. But I saw one of Trevor Lane's a show the other day, and he was right. He was saying that it's it's chance for them to sell this great Lakers win, but instead they put them down, like all of this negativity. But yeah, then I watched that post game show. That what are you talking about, Shaq? Yeah, I agree with you. I'm mad more with uh, Shaq than Charles Barkley, because he's been saying it all his life. But Shaq, I'm expecting for him to defend the Lakers not every time, but most of the time, because he is a Laker legend. But I don't know why he was saying those things, that he's discrediting the win because we blew a big lead. What is that?
And I love Shaq. I'll always love Shaq. I'll never disrespect Shaq. I disagree with some of the things he said in the past, but I love Shaq, man. I still go every time I go to Staples. I see his awesome statue. He's got one of the coolest ones where he's hanging from the top. But yeah, no, man, it's awesome, man. I'll never hate on inside the NBA. Those are legends, and they have a right to their opinion, even when Chuck's opinion is wrong. He said he was guaranteed that we're going to lose, and they won. And almost every time he guarantees it, it's so comedic, because almost every time he guarantees we're going to lose, we win. So I was happy, man.
Yeah, it's a curse in reverse. It's a curse in reverse when every time he says that.
Yep, absolutely, man. But man, hey, shout out to you, Prince. Thank you for the positivity always, man. Shout out to the Philippines, my boy. One of the diehardest Laker fans out there, man, representing on the other side of the world. Appreciate you, my boy. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Have a good one. God bless you.
You too, brother. God bless. All right, man. Listen, shout out to my guy. I love talking to Prince, man. A good friend of mine for quite some time already, and a regular caller here on the phone calls. What do we say, man, about this Laker team? We are definitely turning the corner, man. We've turned it. I think we've turned the corner now. It's time to go, downhill. We went uphill already and climbed some of the toughest parts of the schedule. Now it's time to go downhill and get some speed here. All right, let's take one more caller, man. My final caller, Daniel Casas. What's up, bro?
What's up, Dan? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How you been?
Bro, I've been good, man. Man, this 6-game winning streak, man. Hey, man. I'm not gonna lie. Before that Knicks game, man, I was like, this stretch coming up is gonna be a true test for us. So they've been making me really proud, man.
How excited are you for what's to come for the Lakers? Not just this year, but in the future, man. Do you believe we have the best backcourt in the NBA?
Oh, for sure, man. I bet, man, Austin Reaves and Luka, man, he's this stretch, he's Luka, but man, this stretch, it just the way he's been doing really awesome, just as a leader. I see just a lot of just been so awesome. And Austin Reaves, man, he's been. I think the Knicks game he had a really solid game, because I know that Achilles injury. You can just see he was hesitant on certain drives, and it was definitely like you can definitely tell he was being cautious, which I kind of like you can see that that he's be cautious, which it was good, but now he's been really good, and him and Luca for sure, man. It's gonna be I'm really excited for the future of the backcourt.
Yeah, man. I think the most exciting thing is I think yes, we have a lot of question marks about JJ Redick, but this is a coach who's growing with his stars, right? Luca
Yeah,
27, Austin 27. JJ is one of the younger coaches, and so he's going to get a chance to coach these guys for years to come, and to
yeah,
plug pieces that he feels are going to fit, here and there. So again, very excited.
most
But
definitely.
let me ask you this, bro. What is one of the teams you don't want to face in the first round of the playoffs? Like somebody you would like for us to avoid, just to be
Mm,
on the safe side, if you have any.
yeah. Honestly, even though we've had really good success, I would rather face them in the second round, but it would probably be Denver in the first round. Just honestly, because I feel like we've had good success with Luca so far. I think we won 4 of the last 5 games so far with him on the Lakers. But in the first round, that would be a tough one. Yeah, so they'll probably be the team I would want to not face. For,
Yeah, that is definitely one of the toughest teams for sure. I'm gonna go the opposite route here. I want to face them because I feel like we owe them a payback, and we are 4-2 since we acquired Luca, right? So I
yeah,
think I think the tide has turned, and I think Luca is the ultimate Denver killer. I think he's a Clipper killer. He's a Phoenix Sun killer. Luca is just a killer, and
yeah.
so I feel a lot more confident now that we have Luca rather than when we had AD, unfortunately, because AD
Oh,
would lose that matchup to Jokić, unfortunately.
for sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think just yeah. You're definitely right with that. I think definitely the last game, which was really encouraging, even though we got down, what showed me like really good, like what gave me like whoa, like a lot of hope was that man, we didn't back down. Like because in the past with AD and the team in the past, we would we would the when Denver would hit those shots, it's like it would just we basically just kind of just like gave up really. So with
Yeah,
Luca, I feel like he's a killer, man. He can go band for band with Jokic. He's man that shot he hit, man, in overtime, like
the
it gave me
seven.
like some Kobe vibes right there.
Bro, that was a very Kobe-esque shot. You're absolutely right, bro. That was beautiful, beautiful shot by Luca. And the one by Austin too, bro, to miss it off of the lip of the rim and to go and do what he did was truly spectacular, man. That is the best backcourt in the NBA. I
Oh,
never,
definitely.
I've been waiting since Kobe used to play. I always wanted us to acquire somebody like Iverson or Chris Paul so that I can say that we have the best backcourt in the NBA. And I can finally say that. That is nuts, bro, because I've been waiting for years to say that we have the best
Yeah,
backcourt in NBA. But
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
yeah, no, this to me, and I'm gonna go ahead and showcase it right here. This Luka shot right here, bro, that he hit
and
last game, truly
damn,
spectacular, man. The way he faded, the
yeah,
way he stepped back, man. Just the way he got to his spot and created separation was truly special.
yeah,
This again, look,
yeah,
it is off of
yeah.
one leg. Ooh,
I
that
know.
was
I know. And I watched that a ridiculous amount of times. Like I couldn't go to sleep that night. I was like, man,
legit.
I know it was crazy. Like I probably watched the highlights like 5 times that night. I was like, man, this game is just crazy,
Yeah,
and that
it's
the
nothing
crowd
like
was electric. It was like a playoff atmosphere crowd. So the
every
the, the
game now.
Laker
It's
faithful showed
starting
out.
to play
So
game, bro. Every
that
game is starting
was that was
to play.
awesome, and man, that Reaves, man, that was perfect. That miss, because those you see you see teams like that, they try to do it, and the center just gets the rebound and it's game over. So it was just perfect execution, and man, and I think tonight was the win. Like it was ugly for 6 minutes. We couldn't buy a bucket, but I think the defense we were playing, just man, it was swarming on KD. The doubles was just very encouraging because you know I know before the All Star break, the defense would have these breakdowns, and it would the team would go on a run and the game's over. So I think this 6 game winning streak's been really we've been winning in different ways with our offense probably going up, but these last 2 games we've been hounding on the defense end. So it's been very encouraging.
Phenomenal. My brother, Daniel, thank you so much for the call. I appreciate you as always, man. It's good to hear from you as always, brother. Thank you, man. Go. Did we lose you? All right, I think we lost. All right. Thank you, Daniel, for the phone call. All right. Finally, I want to show what the Lakers have done here over the last couple of games. So we got, again, we've won 6 in a row. The Rockets just lost. Obviously, we beat them. The Nuggets just lost. Obviously, we beat them. Oh, it feels good to say that. The Timberwolves lost. All right. We had beat them as well in the sequence. And then now the Suns have lost 2 in a row. So now the top 3 teams in the West continue to create separation. And I feel so good about it, man. We got to feel great about it. But all right, Lakers Nation, that is going to wrap it up for me here at Postgame. I want to say a special shout out to LA Mamba, who went crazy with the super chats, and everybody else who super chatted, liked. If you already haven't, please subscribe. Everybody who tuned in and everybody who called in. If I missed your call, I hope to get you next time. And this video already kind of dragged on a little longer than I wanted to, but I appreciate you guys as always. Lakers, as you can see here, man, we destroyed the Rockets. Can we do it again on Wednesday? Tune in. Let's find out. All right. Catch you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Peace.